Morning YouTube, Mike here, doing another video. Today I wanted to touch on another aspect of the appliance repair industry, acquiring property maintenance contracts. They're not like warranties or anything, they're just contracts. I have a couple. Over the years of me having my own business, I've had some, lost some. There's pros and cons to it. And you kind of can know what to look for or what to spot. There's always some flags when dealing with certain property managers or property management companies. I guess main thing too is how you get paid. If you invoice them out and have to wait for 2 weeks or so, sometimes that happens. Certain property management companies that I deal with, they pay cash on delivery right there when I'm done per job. And like I said, I have some that have that invoice me, that I have to wait maybe 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks for a check. You have to use your own discretion when it comes to that, and how you want to do it. If you have a couple, how I ended up getting with property management companies it's not simple or easy. It just kind of, sometimes it's chance. For me, some people can go out there and solicit or say, hey, you guys need somebody. Me, I didn't do that. Once you're in this industry, it's gonna pop up eventually. You're gonna meet a realtor, a landlord, somebody, and it'll go from there. Sometimes it depends on the type of person that you want to deal with. Because I had one guy, he had maybe 40 properties, and not the issue. He didn't call me all the time, and I always asked too, I'm like, am I the only guy on your list? Because there's gonna be some times you might call me and I'm not available. So I always, I had a lady, she had at least 3 servicers. So if she didn't get me, she had 2 other companies. But like I said, eventually you'll meet somebody that's a landlord, or especially if you're doing warranty work, there's always going to be a tenant landlord situation. But the key is, if you do a good job in how you deal with them and how your customer services is how they're going to employ your services, pretty much. I've had it where guys, oh man, you're great, and can you work on this and this, or can you work on my other properties if I need to call you, or anything like that. That's kind of how it happened for me personally. And that's I got referred from one guy to the next guy, and that's how it happens. I'm probably only have 2 property management companies that I do that actually do invoicing, and then everybody else, they just per job. And I like the per job that better, but you either work for them or you don't. That's just how it goes. It's just another form of guaranteed work, I would say. Not say guaranteed, but appliances break all the time. It's kind of like guaranteed work. It's just a matter. It's not if it's gonna happen, it's when it's gonna happen. That's pretty much what it is. They don't make these things to last, especially now. I do home warranty, so if you do home warranty out there, you'll see things from 20 years old. You'll see things that are 30 years old, sometimes 10 years old. If you're in a certain area or in a new development, usually you'll see newer things, so you would have to go accordingly to that. But what I mean is, as far as a lot of these property management companies, they'll have a lot of the same things if it's a apartment building or community. But if it's a guy who has multiple residents, a lot of the times you'll see different things, and you'll see a lot of older stuff. Because like landlords, they'll do, and usually, I'm not going to say all of them, because there are some that I get that want to do brand new, want to make sure the tenant is taken care of, and but it's rare. Sometimes they want to just patch things up, or hey, if it works, I shouldn't replace it. That's how it goes. But what I was saying with the guy that I'm sorry, I got off track, but the guy who had 38, 40 homes, his payment was the problem. You know, I don't want to have to hunt anybody down to get paid for anything. That's not how I do business. That I don't want people to do business with me like that. I mean, you run into it, and if you decide to have to hound people for your money every time you need it, that's on you. Me, I'd rather not. So, you know, once I give people a chance or two chance, that's it. I'm like, you can employ somebody else's services, and you have to know the quality of work that you do, because I know when I got with him, he didn't experience the quality of work and, you know, in any appliance repair guy that he's met. He's like, man, I need to keep you around, and he sent me everywhere to every property. He was, not every property, but I'm just saying every property that had an issue. So, but you know, my whole thing is you have to do business right. And for anybody else, you know, I could have just shrugged it off and just said, hey, you know, hey, I need to make sure this is happening in a certain time, and you know, but hey, I told myself, and you know, when I was working for another company, my old boss told me, you know, be careful about those property management companies. I've had some issues with them. You know, and once you get a good one, stick with them as far as, you know, doing good work, and if they pay on time, you know, that's how it goes. But other than that, to me, they're just another contract. That's it. And it's not good and bad. It all depends on the person or the company you're dealing with. So it could be good, it could be bad. I mean, you can be in an area where every property management company you deal with, there's some issue, or you know, you have to deal with them, or not. You might have all good property management companies, no issues, they pay on time, and that's it. So your experience may differ. I'm just showing both sides of the spectrum, both aspects, and how it could go. I've dealt with good and bad, and you just got to weed them out and see what you want to do. But that's another good way to solidify you making money in this industry, because at the same time, you can acquire a lot of contracts from just personal people, you know, that just are going to call you, you know, your customers that you have for life. But you have to build that up, because people are not going to call you all the time, especially if you're fixing these things and doing a good job. You know, they're not going to call you. It might be a month or 2 or 3. It might be 6 months before they have an issue with any appliance. So I had to think about those things when I was starting my business plan, and say, how do I want to attack this market? Do I want to just start with COD, or do I want to start a warranty, or do I want to try to get contract? Well, what aspects do I want to do? Do I want to offer different services, dry vent cleaning? So if you're a one-man show like I am, I'm gonna eventually hire somebody, and that's another process I'm dealing with. But by the end of this year, I want to have it where I am equipped to hire. I mean, I guess I am now, because I have another van, but it's just, I'm just not comfortable yet. That's just pretty much it. When you doing something yourself and you're building your own name, and to perfection, for me, I feel that ends when you're hiring people. I mean, as far as you controlling that aspect, you don't control that aspect anymore. You're putting your company's name on the line with somebody else doing it for you. So you just gotta, I have to be the best judgment of the person that I choose to hire. That's on me. So we'll see how that happens. But yeah, that's another video, guys. Just wanted to touch on how to acquire, or how I acquired property management companies. Now, there's some guys that might, you know, that know people and reach out and let them know, you know. Any way you can kind of manipulate it is just another form of having work coming in. That's pretty much it, you know. I get calls from property management companies I probably deal with about 4, and I'm always getting calls. It's just like a rotation, you know. Sometimes it might be a week or 2 without one, and then a week with another one, you know, a couple calls, and then a week another couple calls with this. So, you know, you have to attack this game any way possible. That's how it is. But main thing I want to say to some guys, because I was talking to another guy on the emails, and This like I said, every video I'll probably stress this. You have to want to do this. You have to want to seek knowledge. Like, that's the only thing I can explain to somebody, because if you want to do it, you'll find the information. As far as whatever you're diagnosing, you know, you'll get it some way. You'll ask something, you'll look for it. This phone I have in my hand is a very powerful tool nowadays. You know, all the older guys used to tell me, you lucky, I have to just take things apart, find books on this, and learn myself. But no, we have this thing in our hand, YouTube. I should have said this in my video about appliance schools or training. Just sign up for the school of YouTube. Look at everything, how to disassemble, how to diagnose. The main thing I want to stress to guys too, learn how these appliances work. If you know how a dryer works, you'll know what to look for when something fails. If you know how a refrigerator works, you know what to look for when something fails. That's kind of the process of things. So that's another video, guys. You guys take care. Until the next time.